it's like, how did you get, there's not even that many people. How'd you do that?
Yeah.
And then there's also stuff like the American lion, which was bigger than the African lion.
Yeah.
How do we kill that off with a fucking stick? Like, shut the fuck up.
Something had
big.
to have happened.
Well, they've found mass grave sites of mammoths where there's like hundreds of them dead all in one place that seem to have died at the same time. Not only that, some of them have broken legs. It seems to impact some. It seems to indicate
so it had
some
to have
great
been like
impact.
some
Yeah.
like asteroid or something that created that kind of impact immediately.
But 65% of all North American megafauna died at the same time.
That's so crazy.
Yeah, within the time period. And they think that the younger dry ice impact theory people think like this is not a coincidence that this coincides with the end of the ice age and also coincides with where the core samples
too many
indicate that we were hit.
coincidences.
Yeah, and also the coincides with the fact that these animals were all here at one point in time. They all got wiped out except a very few. There's only a few left. Like there's the pronghorn antelope, which is a really weird one. It's this prehistoric antelope that lives in North America, and it's different than every other animal here because it's evolved to get away from cheetahs. Because we used to have cheetahs in North America. So it can run like 55 miles. It fucking books.
Wow.
I've seen them in real life. They're really weird looking. They look prehistoric.
But can run.
They fly. Wow. That's what it looks like. See if you can get a look at its face. When you see it head on, they're so strange. Like their eyeballs are on the sides of their heads because something was coming at them. Like, 55 miles an hour at full clip. And so they're really, really alert. And they have incredible vision.
Wow.
And that's a leftover animal. That's a leftover animal from a time where they were being preyed upon by something that doesn't exist anymore. And that something was wiped out along with the American lion. Well, a bigger lion than the African lion lived right here.
Huge.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
huge.
I was filming in Africa recently in Kenya, and for this Indian movie I'm doing called Varanasi, and we shot with wildebeests, and in the middle of them. Me and my co-actor Mahesh were in the middle of these wildebeests that were all around us while they were migrating. It's like the coolest thing I've ever seen. But when you see their faces and for how many years versions of them have existed, you feel the gravity when you see these animals in the wild.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It's so much different than a zoo, right?
Oh, completely.
Because you're like, they've always been here like this.
Yeah,
Like,
this is their home.
This is what they do.
We're in it. You feel a sense of like, stay in your Jeep.
Well, I think we're numb to it because we watch it on film, and so that we get sort of desensitized and normalized to this idea of wildlife. Oh, there's the lion sneaking up on the wildebeest. How cool.
Yeah.
But when you're there and you see a lion, you see a wildebeest, like, this is fucking crazy. Like,
Yeah.
this is all day long, every day, these life forms competing to try to exist and
To
stay
survive.
alive.
That's
and there's
it,
this
like-
weird balance where all of them,
They still exist.
Yeah.
There'll be wildebeest right there, and there'll be a lion right here who's eaten. So they're hanging out together. The wildebeest knows that he's eaten. He's not coming after us. And they exist. But at the same time, during hunting season, you see the hunt happen. And I saw a hunt happen. And that's crazy that's their life.
Yeah.
Survival.
With their face. They kill things with their face.
Yeah. Like literally
There's
crazy.
a really extraordinary island in Africa where the river changed courses and it left this one pack of lions on this one island that only has water buffalo on it. And so these lions became enormous. And the female lions are as big as male lions everywhere else. And the male lions are way bigger than they are anywhere else. I think there's the documentaries, I think it's called Relentless Enemies. But it's because they look like these jacked bodybuilder lions.
Those water buffaloes are huge.
And
I had one
hyper-aggressive.
staring at me like we were in Kenya. Like the video village is sitting, we're filming, and it's far away, but it just turned his head and just looked at me and then just kept looking at me. And I swear I had to like get up and get out of its view because it just kept staring.
Yeah,
I was
you
like,
wanna
it's
get
coming
out
at
of
me.
its view. They will come at you.
Yeah, for sure.
They kill people.
The
all
rangers
time.
told us. They were like, I think he's engaged with you, maybe. Maybe get out of here, get into your car.
Yeah, there's that poor lady she was a video editor on the Game of Thrones, and she went to do a safari there, and one of the lions pulled her out of her car.
Out of her car?
Yeah, she rolled the window down. or someone rolled the window down and a female lion just snatched her out of the car and killed her.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Yeah.
You have to listen to your rangers
Yeah.
when you're in these situations.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, she wanted a better picture or something. I
Yeah,
don't know
that's
what
the shit that gets people
circumstances.
into trouble.
Oh, yeah.
Like there was this, one of our rangers was telling us a story that we were in Masai Mara and they were like, they have open jeeps and, you have food that they keep really hidden so that the animals can't smell it under your seats and stuff. And he was telling us a story about this influencer. He's driving and, there's a pack of lions just eaten, so he's sleeping. And this influencer who puts his hand outside to try and touch the lion's head and got it on video and survived to tell the story. And then he was banned and then the ranger was like fired from his job and all of that happened. But for the image, can you imagine?
What a fucking idiot. All for the gram.
My gosh,
God.
That was crazy, yeah.
I mean, I don't want anything bad to happen to anybody, but when someone does something like that and does get killed, it's probably better. Ugh. Educationally for the human race.
But is it though? Or are we really learning from other people and their examples?
Some people aren't learning shit.
Nobody's learning shit. We're just trying to put the best versions of ourselves on the ground. Like that's what's happening right now. It's whether it's true or not.
Yeah. But are we learning? Yeah, it's a good question.
I don't know. I mean, I think we are also so desensitized to. There's so much information that comes your way and misinformation now. We're being able to discern what's real and what's not now. That's hard as well.
Oh, it's harder than it's ever been.
Totally. And then if you do watch something and you're like, I'm going to implement in my life, we do it for a very short duration. Very few of us follow through with that, right? Like you're watching a reel or somebody says something and you're like, that's really cool. Are we going to pull on that thread and follow through and do something about it or learn from it? I don't know. I feel like we've lost a lot of that space where we had the time or the desire to want to, fulfill ourselves versus just that with so much coming at you.
I think collectively as a society, I think we learn and then we forget and then we have to relearn again.
Yeah.
That's
But the attention span now where, I remember when I was growing up, like just having the languidity of time, right? In a very different way. And this is like, say 30 years ago, 35 years ago, of, reading a book, music playing, hanging out with your parents or your friends without being rushed. Just rushed. I don't remember feeling as rushed as I do now in the last 20 years when I was growing up. Like there was time for stuff.
Yeah. Well, certainly the internet has accelerated that, and certainly people's attention spans are at least pulled in the direction of short attention span content. But at the same time, podcasts have emerged, which is interesting.
It's so interesting. Like I was talking about this to a friend of mine, like people who have no time or interest in wanting to commit to like, say, a movie or will watch or listen to like a podcast for 2 or 3 hours. And for someone like me who, like I've been an actor for most of my life, my interface with people would be, an interview, say, for example, people who knew me or audiences that wanted to know about me would be an interview where, the highlights are really what you read. The clickbait lines are really what you read. And you form a relationship with whoever this public person is based on those few lines versus this format where you're just chatting.